Everybody, and welcome to Yoga for Anxious Types with me, Marina White Raven. And what is this today? It's a new week if you're watching live, and constantly changing times. So it requires a sense of balance. And a word for today, equanimity. I think this is one of probably the most important aspects of yoga practice. It's also definitely part of the Buddhist philosophy if you're interested in looking that up. And equanimity doesn't necessarily have to be seen as a dryness, a neutrality, a detachment, which also may be aloof. It's much, much warmer than that. It's actually an ability to not get caught up with what life brings to us, and instead becoming more contented and continually mindful from moment to moment, so that we're paying wise attention the whole time. And so I invite you to do that in the yoga practice today. And I have a lovely quote for this from the Dalai Lama, so a great source of inspiration. With equanimity, you can deal with situations with calm and reason, while keeping your inner happiness. Perfect. So let us find our middle path on this practice today. Welcome everybody. And we're going to start on our feet. Why not? Start on our feet. Let's find our feet. Let's just give it a little sense of our feet by bringing the heels up and letting them just land on the ground. Maybe having a little bounce. Just so we bring our attention into our feet and come into our ground. Let the arms just flop a little bit, yeah. Then let's bring the feet, maybe hips width apart. Interlink the fingers in front of us. Breathe in through the nostrils, then push the hands up to the ceiling. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. And push the feet into the ground, so we're really feeling that sense of balance, feeling our centre. Maybe feel that belly button is right at the centre, so everything going up from the belly button is pushing up to the heavens, and everything from the belly button down is pushing into the ground. So we become really long, extended and expanded, but keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Also keep the back of the neck nice and long. Every inhale, feel the chest expanding, feel the feet sinking down, getting really long. One more breath in. And on the out breath, through the nostrils, lower the hands, slow down to the sides, push the heels of the palms out, so we're making a bit of effort there. And let's just bring the shoulders up, squeeze them up, breathe in, and out through the mouth. Release. We all need a bit of that release, breathing in, and out through the mouth. Good, try that again, breathing in. Squeeze those shoulders up, squeeze out the tension, and then let it all come out through the mouth. Great. Take the feet a bit further apart for some twists. So again, finding the centre, finding that centre ground, bend the knees, and let's let everything twist from that centre. Let the knees be really soft. Keep everything nice and soft, but the spine stays upright. The spine does not flop. The arms are really floppy. The head stays on top of the body. And we let the back of the hands smack into the lower back to stimulate that chi energy, prana, the subtle energy of the body. Look right behind you. Really enjoy that flow, that release that's coming into the body. And to extend that, if you didn't get that little pop that can happen once you get into this, you can let the arms really flop quite heavily. But we'll just extend that by pummeling the lower back with the backs of the hands. This is just a great little energy booster. And just releases some of that tension that might have built up in the lower back. And then just to really get that energy moving, let's take the knuckles to the lower back. Yeah, just enjoy it. If that brings a smile to your face, enjoy the smile that comes to your face. Yeah, enjoy that energy, enjoy that power that you have over your own energy, helping it to move along. And let's also bring that to the heart centre, so we really have a sense of this heart wisdom. That element of the body doesn't get forgotten. Because being mindful involves the heart, involves that wholeness. Come around to the centre, sternum, and around to the sides. Yeah, stimulate those energy points there. And then we're going to, again, release some of this tension. This is a very, very efficient way of warming up this whole area that may have gotten a little bit entangled with tension today. And also release and energize the whole body. It's amazing. So we're going to do these arm circles. So left foot forward, left hand on the left hip. Let that right arm swing quite strongly. But don't hold your breath. Sometimes when we do something with that effort, we hold the breath and do something and it's too rigid. So we keep the breath moving. That's staying soft. But this is a strong movement. Holding onto the fingers lightly. And we're going to take that arm in a big circle back. So you might want to just test that first of all, making sure you're not going to crash that arm into anything. And then you can go full throttle, turning that arm around and around. Let's open up that shoulder. Let's wind it up. Big circle. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. No tension here, zero tension. Swing the arm again. Already, wow. The release is amazing. Now let's take that arm forwards with the big circles. Keep breathing in and out. Let the feet be relaxed. Let the rest of the body is just staying stable but open and relaxed. Let the arm just swing to a stop. Let's rotate both the wrists for a second to release them. Notice how it feels. How does that shoulder feel? Other way around. Okay, right foot forward, right hand on right hip. Knees are soft, so okay, everything is staying soft. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Take hold of the fingers softly. And swing that arm. Let the weight of the arm and a bit of momentum get it going. And then going backwards first of all. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Loosen and open up the shoulder. That works into the neck, upper back. Yeah, release. Swing the arm again. Wow, I've got a little bit of a lovely little sparkle there, sparkle of energy. And then we're going to take the arm forwards. So, the opposite way to the way you just did. Good. And let's just bring that into a little bit of a side swing. So feet are quite wide, knees are bent, and we'll just let the arms swing side to side just to get a bit more openness. You might even find you come up onto the toe a little bit, so make that really as extended as you want to make it. Yeah, it's kind of enjoyable. The swinging and the rocking really brings some calmness to the body. So let's come into a little bit of meeting up that energy. So right hand on the left shoulder and sweep to the right hip. We're just repatterning the energy that might have gotten a bit sluggish, a bit stuck. Left hand on right shoulder, 3 sweeps from right shoulder to the left hip, diagonal across the body. Okay. And then we're going to come into a little cross crawl. Again, these cross-patterned movements. Lift the left knee, meet it with the right hand. Keep that weight on the front of the foot. So try not to bring it, the heels might come down, but you're not going to go fully down onto the heel. You're keeping a lightness in this movement. Breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. And let's take that into an extension of the leg. So this is limbering, but also getting the energy moving in a much better, more efficient way. And also getting our coordination together, getting the body and the mind connected up. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. So we're just becoming really mindful, bringing our attention, our focus into our practice. Left leg goes out to the side, right arm goes over the head. So we've got these opposites again. Opening up the side body. Breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Still keeping the weight mostly in the front of the foot. So we're not kind of bringing that heel down too much. Treading softly on this earth. Right. And then we're bringing the elbow to the other side of the knee. So you lift the knee, bring the elbow to the other side of it. Let's get the knee really high. Get the energy moving. You might feel a little bit, not feel like this, not feeling it to begin with, but a little bit of movement and keeping it bright and breathing, you might find it just starts to open up. It's amazing that you can go from 0 to hero in just a few minutes. You know, really feeling like, oh, I can't do this, I don't feel like doing this yoga practice. And you just think, I'll give it a go for 5 minutes. And then usually you're away. Good. And opening up, so it's opposites. Taking that right leg out to the side, opening up the hip. And opening up the front of the shoulders. We've got this lovely diagonal opening across the body. Okay, so we're going to just Finish this little limbering sequence with the hat breath. Straighten this out. Okay. So, good favourites, keep the feet hips or could be shoulder width if you want to kind of have a wider stance, but the feet are parallel. Breathing in through nostrils. Use that inhale to reach up. Fill the body with air and then let it all out on a nice big ha. Bend the knees and let the arms just swing again. We're freeing up that stuckness we often get into. It's quite usual, you know. We all get a bit stuck, we all get a bit stodgy, and we all get a bit tired. And it's often tension. Tension makes us tired. Tension steals our energy. It holds it and stops the flow. We kind of hold on to things, avoid things we don't want. And again, this is where equanimity comes in. We just allow ourselves to be open to the flow of life. And actually, it's nearly always better than we think it's going to be. Let's do one more thing before we come into standing. Let's just open the sides up. We're going to start with the triangle trikonasana. So let's get this side body, particularly the space between the ribs and the hip. So feet are about shoulder width apart. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Just to remind yourself of the ground and your feet. And bring the arms up above the head. Extend the fingers up to the ceiling. Breathe in. And on the out breath, we're going to lean over to the left. On that long, slow out breath, keep extending into the fingers. Breathe in, lift up to the ceiling. Feet push into the ground. As you breathe out, going to the right. So you're a big, lovely palm tree swaying in the wind. So whatever the wind does, even if it's a storm, you're not going to break. You're just going to sway. You're going to go with that flow. Breathing in, use the in-breath to lift and lengthen. And on the out breath, you've got this lovely, powerful, springy trunk, if you like. Your centre is strong and supple, flexible and strong. This is what we want to try and increase. And this is what we'll get from our yoga practice. Breathing out, leaning over, pushing into the feet. Come up one more time. Breathing out one more time, going to the right. Use the inhale to come up. And finally breathing out. Let's take the hands down slowly as we breathe out to the sides. Just notice how you feel now before we come into the first standing posture. Stand at the front of the mat. Check your feet, have a look at them. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Placing those feet with real purpose. Lift the chest. Breathing in. Put the weight onto the left foot and let's step back for triangle. Right foot pointing forward, left foot pointing the front of the mat. Square the hips. Breathe in, lift the arms up high. Lift the chest, long waist. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, maybe the hands open up wide, open the heart. Breathing out, reaching over to your left and down. Notice where your hand reaches and then reaching up, away from that with the right hand and open the chest up. It's like the chest is like a sunshine, it wants to look up. It wants to see itself reflected in the sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice long neck. Neck is in line with the spine. Don't let the head loll. Keep it really engaged. Everything's engaged. You feel the feet on the ground. You feel that engagement with the side of the body there. That hip is staying back in place. The right buttock is holding that in place. But we're not holding or gripping onto anything. We're just letting that flow of breath move through us whilst remaining stable. Now bend into the left knee. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. So everything is taken care of. Bend into the right knee and spin yourself slowly back to the front of the mat. Good. Enjoy that poise and elegance we have in this moving in and out of postures. Weight onto the right foot, step back with the left. Breathe in, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to your right and down. Make contact with the leg, that right leg, and reach up away from it with the left hand. Shoulder away from the left ear. Make some space here, nice long neck. Keep that chest open. Shoulders, both of them moving away from the ears. Soften the knees slightly. So feel the engagement of the legs when you soften the knees. The thighs are working. Left side's getting nice and long. Left hip is in place. Central point. The left hip becomes the central point of this posture in this side. Use the inhale to come up, bend into the right knee maybe to soften that. Exhale, lower the arms down slowly. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. So there's no hurry, no rush. Everything is made steady and stable with the breath, moving with the breath. Let's come into Warrior 2. Put the weight onto the left foot. So a much bigger step now, back with the right. Bigger step. Great. Toes pointing slightly forward, square the hips. Maybe have a little bit of a wiggle so you can find that center. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Extend the fingers away from each other. Bending into the left knee on the out breath. So left knee's bending slowly on that out breath until it comes to just hovering above the knee. At the same time, you're pushing into that back heel. You feel the whole back of that leg, the outside of the thigh, the outside of the calf, back of the foot is anchoring itself into the ground. Let's just move with the breath here. We're going to keep the posture in the body. We're going to move the arms. So as you breathe in, you're going to turn the left palm up, turn it up as if you're going to hold something, and the other palm is going to turn up, but in the opposite direction. So you're kind of twisting your arm in this lovely twisting manner. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you're going to turn your head and open up the palm of the right hand, looking back. So whichever way you're looking, you're opening the palm. Open and receptive. Try to make sure that your legs haven't forgotten what they're doing. Try and keep that equanimity, that evenness, that equal, balanced feeling between the feet. So every inhaling, looking forwards, turning the palm up, exhaling, turning the right palm up. Just twisting the arms. One more time. And breathing in, breathing out, lower the arms down. Straighten up the legs. Now bend into the right foot, right knee, and send that right foot forwards. Okay. Take a moment to breathe in, breathe out, feel the feet. Step back with the left foot. Big step. Let the feet land. Feel the evenness between the feet. Lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Fingertips expand away from each other. As you breathe out, bending into the right knee, it hovers above the ankle. Push back into that back foot. Strong buttock on the left side. Keep the legs really stable and strong and even. So good ground there. Keep lifting the chest. Now as you breathe in, you're going to turn the right palm up and turn the left palm up, but it's the opposite direction. So turning and twisting the arms. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you're going to lift or turn that left palm up and the right palm twists in the other direction. Breathing in, right palm turns up. Breathing out, turning back, turning just the head to look back. So we're getting everything really twisty and involved. Keeping your attention, keeping your mind really involved in what you're doing. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping that breath in and out through the nostrils. One more time, breathing in, look forwards. Breathing out, lower the arms down, straighten the front knee. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay. So we're going to come into now wide leg ragdoll. So it's a floppy forward bend, but with a fairly wide stance. Both feet are pointing forwards, parallel. So we're going to just bend the knees first of all, just letting that just kind of go. So you're softening everything. So from standing upright, we just soften the knees. It's like we're melting. And the hands hang forwards and the shoulders hang forwards. It's like, oh, we're just letting go everything. Knees bend, head starts hanging down. So actually the weight of the head is helping you. It's bringing you down to the ground. It's bringing you back to the earth. Knees stay bent, upper body is completely relaxed and let go of. Zero out the upper body. Breathe in through the nostrils once you're down. You can hold on to the elbows if your body is, if you want to, or you can let the arms just hang on the floor. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Let everything go. Feel the weight of the head, creating space in the spinal column and particularly the neck. So your neck gets lovely and long just by using the weight of the head and gravity and this inversion. So the upside down spine. So let's just walk the hands over to the right, maybe taking the body with you. See how far around, maybe you can take the fingers right around the other side of the right leg and then walk the hands back. to the centre, and slowly walk them around to the left. See how this feels to the legs and the spine, but keep breathing nice and deeply in and out through the nostrils. Come to the centre once more. Keep your knees bent and slowly lift from the base of the spine. Bring your attention to the base of the spine. Leave the knees bent, leave the arms hanging, leave the head hanging, and we're going to slowly unfurl, travelling up through that spinal column, coming up to standing, unfurling and standing lovely and tall at the end. Beautiful. Okay, we might want to just have a little bit of a counter pose, so, or to maybe just open up the chest a little bit as we were kind of hanging forward. So we're going to interlink the fingers behind the back. Breathe in, lift the chest. Already that's going to feel good. Look up to the ceiling. Front of the belly is nice and expanded. And then as you breathe out, you're going to take the chest forwards. So a much more different pose this time. Straight legs, but not locked knees. And once you're bent forwards, let the body hang forwards, but take the arms, or let the arms hang over the body. Without pushing or forcing, just allow the weight of the arms, the slowing down of the breath, and a bit of time and your attention just to allow that to release in the shoulders. Breathe. Release. Bring the hands to the centre of the back, right in the middle, and we'll just draw a circle in the middle of the back. With the hands still interlinked, just draw a circle. Oh, that feels good. Just to draw this circle. And then change direction. And as you change direction, feel like this is winding you back up. Coming up softly, unwinding, and coming to standing. So maybe still do a few more circles just to, feels good. Okay. So keeping the feet where they are, we're going to just turn, or bring the heels a bit closer so the toes are pointing out at an angle. Getting ready for the goddess pose. So we start to bend the knees, making sure they're going in the same direction as your toes. So you might want to adjust the position of your feet to make that work for you. Don't forget, because we're coming down, we don't want to take the chest forward. We're not sticking the bottom out. The chest is staying above the base of the spine. The bottom is staying tucked in. Strong belly. Good. Nice and strong. Let's keep the hands together. So the hands are together at the heart centre, shoulders are down away, chest is lifting, elbows out to the side. Breathing out, breathing in to lift up, breathing out, sinking down. So we're just getting the thighs working a little bit, buttocks. Using that out breath to take the groin down as low as you can to the ground, breathing in to lift the heart, it's lifting you up. Getting the legs a bit more motivated. Now you might want to come down again. This time we're going to come side to side. So we're just going to let the hands just rest on the thighs there. It's quite fun to feel what happens in the thighs, feel the muscles engaging. So as you straighten one leg, the knee bends on the other way. So, but we're keeping the body upright, nice and upright, lift the chest. There might be a few little clicks that happen here. And you'll find when you move, after a little while, that movement creates a bit of lubrication. Motion is lotion, is the catchphrase. So now, yes, we've been waiting for this goddess. We need this release, we need this fire. Breathing in, lift the hands up, bring the hands together and lift them up to the skies so that you get this power that you can bring into the okay. Knees bend, arms out, cactus arms, fingers really spread wide, tongue out the mouth, eyes wide. Breathe in. And this rasping sound that comes when you stick the tongue out the mouth. Breathing in. Think of that powerful goddess. And we're going to do one more for luck. So make it a really deep in-breath. Good. Wow, nice and fiery. Give the legs a little shake. Let's give the arms a little shake. Just loosen everything up a little bit. And we'll just come into standing for a moment. Feet, again, hips width apart. It's always good to just check in with your feet every now and again. Parallel feet, lift the heels up, place them down, lift the toes, place them down. Bring the hands to the heart centre. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just let the hands drop down. Fingertips point towards the ground. As you breathe in, you open the hands up, receptive arms, reach up to the ceiling, look at the hands, and then you bring them back as you breathe out to the heart centre. So these lovely circles you're making with both arms. In breath. Inhaling, inspiration to the skies, breathing out, bringing it back to the heart center. So we have these different extensions, these different the polarities of inspiration and expiration. The softness, the receptivity, and then the power, the inspiration, the outward going, and then the inward going. Let's just bring to mind anything we feel grateful for today. Let's turn this into a little bit of a prayer, breathing in and breathing out. And often that maybe that's not a word that some of us feel comfortable with. My definition of prayer is listening deeply. That's just my definition. You maybe have a different definition. So what do I feel grateful for today? And if you feel brave, just say it out loud. Or say, maybe there's lots of things just kind of come tumbling out. What do I feel grateful for today? This breath, this body, this experience, this day that has never happened before. It's a brand new day. And the potential, yeah. But you may have things that you feel grateful for. One more. Open up. Draw it in. And bring into your heart that space to feel whatever feelings come, whatever sensations come with gratitude. What is the sensation? Good. Take a moment just to feel. Feel the ground, feet. Feel the heart space. Feel the presence. Feel the focus of your mind. And let the hands just drop down. So let's take the feet a bit wider apart, wide as you feel comfortably can. And feet are pointing forward, so the feet are parallel. And we're going to bring the hands to the heart center again. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to extend the arms out, so you're making a great big star. This is the star. So again, it's not just the fingers are extending away, but also the feet are extending away. So have a sense of, again, this center of your being, this center middle, if you like, and everything is extending away from this center. The legs are extending away. Feel that openness in the hips. The arms are extending away. And even, you could think of the neck as being, or the head being another limb. The five-pointed star, they're extending away from the center and everything is shining. So you might want to lift the toes, give them more wiggle, and wiggle the fingers. Yeah, why not enjoy? Feel yourself a sparkling star, getting bigger and more expansive. Feel that energy. Yeah. And then just lower the hands down to the thighs. And you might want to just creep your feet in. Give the legs a little shake. Yeah, reset. And we're going to just come into a chair, so a squat. So legs should be feeling really active now. So as you breathe in, you lift the arms up, take them above the head. And as you breathe out, you're going to take the bottom back, but keep the arms in line with the body. So knees are bending, and they're staying in line with the toes. Keep extending the arms away from you. Keep the neck in line with your arms, so you should be looking down at the ground in front of you now. And go down as low as you comfortably can. And stay there, breathing. Strong thighs, strong belly. Very important to support the back with the abdominals. Dig deep. Feel the feelings. Feel the sensations. Then use the inhale to stand up, lift the arms up. Enjoy that brightness coming into the body with that release and bring the arms down on the exhale. Okay. Let's just take the feet a little bit wider again. We're going to come into a squat. So again, feet are pointing out at a slight angle and we come into this squat. You might want to adjust your feet. Maybe they should be closer. I don't know. Everyone has a different position. I'm coming back so you can see me. And just let the body come in between these knees. Let it hang down. Let the head hang down. I'm just going to release the hips now. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. And try it again. Breathing in through the nostrils. And sigh out through the mouth. Good. Left hand in the centre. Let's come into this lovely twist. So as you breathe in, the fingertips of the right hand are being lifted up to the ceiling, to the sky. And watch it with the eyes. And imagine your chest wants to watch this hand as well. And we'll rotate this right wrist, or the hand if you like, And it's almost like it's spiraling upwards, upwards, upwards as you breathe in and out. Watching it, being attentive to this hand. And then rotate it in the other direction. Paying attention to the hand, watching it all the time. As it comes back down, spirals back down, slowly, slowly to the earth. On the inhale, you're going to watch the left fingers. Fingertips are lifting up on that inhale. Watching the left hand now. Rotating that left hand. Watching it as it's spiraling upwards. So rotate the hand whichever way feels like it's spiraling upwards. And pay attention and breathe. Pay attention to your breath as well. And then rotate it in the other direction and let that rotation bring it back down to the earth. Back down to the earth. Let it land there. Good. So we're just going to walk the hands forwards now. I'm into a moment into the swan posture. So sit back into the heels. Widen the knees as much as they need to be. And take the hands forward, bring the forehead to the ground. You always have that alternative of placing the head on the back of the hands, of course, so that's preferable. Nice thing about having the hands forward is you really get a lovely openness in the back of the shoulders. And a release, a bigger release in the spine, so extending the fingers forward. Inhaling into the back, and as you exhale, maybe let the sitting bones sink back. So it should extend, free up the whole back. If you want to give that even more, then breathe out through the mouth to release. Even a sigh feels good. Okay, so let's keep the hands where they are. Spread the fingers wide. Use the inhale to come to all fours. And the exhale, take the hips forward. Take the shoulders back away from the ears and down away from the ears. Use the inhale to come to all fours. Keep the fingers spread wide, keep the fingers engaged with the ground, sit back into the heels on the out-breath. Right? The forehead comes to the ground again. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Let's see if there's a bit more space, a bit more openness for that back bend. Breathe in. See if you can slow the breath down, and the way to do that is to really breathe out fully. Particularly when you sit back into your heels, breathe out to the very, very end, squeeze all that last bit out. Then use the next inhale, lovely bright, fully embodied inhale. And then again, exhaling. Keep taking the body forward as you exhale. Keep taking the shoulders down. Keep lifting the chest. Inhale. And we'll just sit back again now for a moment. And release. Good. Come back to all fours, but bring the hands back a little bit so we're much more in a tabletop position. And we're going to come into this movement where we lift the opposite arm to the opposite leg. But we're not just lifting, because that wouldn't be very interesting and it feels a bit heavy. So as you inhale, lift your eyes to look forwards and take the fingers forwards, extending, and you extend that left foot back. You can point the toe or push the heel away, whichever you prefer. But it's definitely with that breath. Exhaling, coming back down to earth, bringing the eyes down to the space between the hands. Inhale, take that left hand forwards, extend that right leg back. And they're not going higher than the body line, if you like. So the inhale, taking that arm forwards, left leg back in a lovely long line. Look forwards, breathing out, coming back down. Using the breath in and out through the nostrils. Inhaling, exhaling. Always using nose breathing most of the time in our practice to maintain the energy. And it's actually really good to try and learn to do that regularly, because it's much healthier to use the nostrils to breathe in and out of, because the nostrils are designed for that. They will filter and warm the air, so when it enters the body, it's not such a shock. Breathing through the mouth, often, that's where it's not so good. There's no filter there, and the air's cold and not so friendly for the body. Inhale, exhale. One more on the left hand and the right foot. Opening the chest and then breathing out, bringing that hand down. Sit back in the heels for a moment, bring the forehead down, sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. Back of the arms rest on the ground, let the shoulders just flop forwards. This is a good position, I always find, particularly with the head in contact with the ground, to really soften or focus on the jaw, the mouth, the lips and tongue. So maybe take a breath into the nostrils and make this kind of the horsey lipped sound. kind of feels fun too, so why not? Breathing in. Let's do one more of those. Really loosening up that tension that might have gathered in your jaw through the day. Amazing how good that can feel. I'll just take the hands and slide those forwards. Open the hands up. Really land them on the ground. And we're going to come into downward dog. So lift up the body onto the knees. Breathe in. Tuck the toes under. Breathing out. Lift the knees off the ground. Look back towards your feet. Push away with the hands. The head is coming towards the ground. Not looking at the hands. It's looking back at the feet. So we're going to take a small side step with the left foot. So it's more or less central. And we're going to lift the right leg. Lift it right up as high as you can. Point that toe. Push back with the hands. Breathe. Good. Rotate that right ankle while you're there. Now keep your attention on that rather than thinking about how much longer have we got to do this. Rotate it the other direction. Keep pushing back with the hands. Hands are fully engaged with the ground. And take the right foot down. Then come right next to the left foot, maybe even almost replacing the position there. And then lift the left leg up into the sky. Extend the toe to the ceiling. Push back with the hands. Rotate that left ankle. Draw a big circle with your big toe. Make the body nice and long still. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Rotating the other direction with that ankle. Bring the left foot back down. And then walk the feet towards the hands. Bend the knees, let the body hang. Ragdoll. At last we have a ragdoll. This is a great posture to just put this into your day, you know. You've been sitting a long time, your back is hurting. Come into ragdoll, knees bent, arms forward, head hanging. Maybe just loosen the neck up a little bit by just turning the head slowly, as if you were saying no. Just turning the head to remind the neck to relax. Feel the weight of the head there. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out strongly through the mouth. Yeah, you should feel that release happening in the spine. So just to rebuild the spine now. Keep the knees bent, leave the arms hanging forward, leave the head hanging forward. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. And feel that energy lifting you and unfurling you, coming up to standing once more. Oh, yeah. How does it feel now? Notice how you feel. Any shifts, any different feelings. Okay. Let's just stand for a moment. Bring the feet into hips width. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. So you're placing the feet, feeling the weight is even between the feet, between the right and the left. You might want to just have a sense of that by moving from right to left. Feel the weight is even between the feet. And also maybe feel the weight is even between the front of the foot and the back of the foot. So you're spreading the weight out over both soles of the feet, opening up the toes. So we're not stiffening the knees, we're not locking the knees, we're keeping the knees soft. Have a feeling of the knees lifting, the kneecaps lifting. We're coming into Tadasana, the mountain now. Feel that as you point the tailbone down, the base of the spine points down, strong belly, but not gripped, it's just aware and it's engaged. You'll also feel the front of the thighs get strong. So we've got a lovely open but very, very engaged base. So you're going to lift up the upper body away from that base. So you lift the chest. And as you lift the chest, the shoulders come down away from that. So we've got this lovely opening in the front of the shoulder. And maybe exaggerate that to begin with. So almost like the fingers are wanting to reach the ground. Head stays on top of the body, not forwards, not to one side. Try and keep the back of the neck really long and have a sense of growing upwards from the crown. Feel there's a thread lifting from the crown, not the front of the head, but right on top of the middle of the head. So you feel this sense of lengthening, open, brightness. Maybe even just check you're not gripping with the toes by wiggling the toes a little bit, softening the knees. Filling the body with air and just close your eyes for a moment. Give it a bit more softness, don't do anything too rigid or pushy, but still there's a strong intention with the mountain. It's open, receptive. Feel your centre, the very centre of your body. If you dropped a line down from the very centre of the crown of your head right down through the centre, right to the base right down into the earth. You are stable and you're connected. Breathe softly. Feel that's all the movements that happen to keep us upright and open. All the tiny little fluctuations, constant balancing that's happening. And just relax and soften, open your eyes. Let's come into a bit of balancing. Heron balance, so let's take it in some movement. Put the weight onto the right foot. We're going to lift that left knee. At the same time, inhale and open up the arms and lift them above the head. Inhaling, the hands meet above the head, lift the knee really high, turn the hands, and as you breathe out, that foot is coming down to the floor at the same time as the arms are coming down to the sides of the body, and they land at the same time. Shift the weight over onto the left foot, lifting up the arms, lifting up the right knee, high as you can. You're pushing into that left foot on the ground, hands come together. Palms come down as your right leg comes down to the ground. So you can continue with that, or I'll give you another variation, which is really nice to do, very engaged, breathing in. Arms coming up. As you breathe out, the arms come down, but instead of the leg coming down, it pushes out, so you're extending that leg. As you inhale, you lift the knee up again. And then on the out breath, you lower the leg down. So it means you're balancing a bit longer on that leg, but that movement will keep your mind really focused and engaged. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really push the heel out. The hands come down on the exhale. The inhale, the hands come up. The knee comes up. And the exhale, both come down at the same time. Try and keep that coordination. Let's do one more either side. Breathing in, lift that left knee, lift the arms up. You can keep going with the earlier version if you prefer. But if you want to just challenge yourself a bit more, you can extend. Breathing in. The arms are keeping going all the time in the same way and landing down. One more time. Breathing in, lift that right knee high. Lift the arms, bring the hands together. Breathing out, push the heel out. Arms are coming down. Breathing in, lifting the knee, lifting the arms. Of course, you're going in time with your breath, so you may be faster or slower than me. Landing down again. Just notice how that feels for a moment. Okay. Lift the shoulders up, breathing in. Out through the mouth. Yeah. We're going to come into another balance now. Just to go with our theme, the equanimity. So we're going to stand in a tree balance. So put the weight onto the right foot. Make that really steady and stable, spreading the toes wide. And lifting that left knee. You might want to first of all give it a little squeeze. Let's just lift that nice and high, give it a squeeze. And then you can place the foot either on the ankle with the toes just on the ground, on the calf, not on the knee. That's not okay. Could be high on the inside thigh. You can always, for security, just have a wall or a piece of furniture there if you want that. If you're on the inner thigh, press firmly with the foot and press the thigh back. So we're pressing to a centre line. Open up that knee to the side, wherever your foot is, and lift the chest away from that knee. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Bring the palms together above the head. Breathing out, bring the hands to the heart centre. So pressing the hands together evenly. That connects, that pressing of the hands, the palms connect to the abdominals. Keep that chest nice and open, so shoulders down away from your ears, back of the neck really long. The crown going up. So imagine the crown is like the crown of the tree, because it's also called a crown. So that's lifting and lengthening and expanding in all directions. The foot is sinking into the ground. Beyond the foot, the roots are going down from the sole of the foot. Feel that sense of rootedness, of groundedness. Breath is moving. Good. Use the inhale to lift the arms up. Keep the position of the body as you're breathing out. Lower the arms down. Keep your focus, keep your breath moving. Lift the left knee one second time now and lower it down slowly. Let it float down. Good. Shift the weight onto the left foot. In fact, we'll have a little bit of a shake of the legs. So both feet on the ground, just give the legs a little shake. That'll just even them out a little bit and release any tension that's there. Weight onto the left foot. A standing leg. Spread the toes. Good. Let's lift the right knee. Give it a little squeeze. Lift it. And then place the foot the same way as you just did. Remember, not on the knee. Open up that right knee to the side. So we're opening the hips there. And then breathing in, lift the arms up. Let's keep this extended fingers and arms. So the chest lifts, the arms are extended like branches, the fingers are extended like twigs, spreading wide. Imagine there's leaves sprouting from these lovely little twigs. Back of the neck is lovely and long. Feel everything expanding in all directions. Breathe, focus your eyes on a still point. So really this is about focus, allowing all those little fluctuations and movements, everything that happens. We're just staying with it, we're just allowing all those wobbles to happen. And we're not gripping in reaction to those. We're keeping the foot nice and soft and we're breathing nice and evenly. Yeah, there's going to be some big wobbles there sometimes. Use the arms to come up on the inhale. Bring the hands down to the heart center on the exhale. Take the hands to that knee, lift it up. Give it a squeeze and lower the leg down slowly as you can to the ground. Good, we'll give the legs another little shake. Keep the feet on the ground, just shaking and wiggling the knees. So go for a little loosener there. I'm going to squat down to the ground now. So bring the feet around, hips width apart. Lift the heels up, place them down. Lift the toes, place them down. So we're really placing the feet. Breathing in, lift the arms in front of you, palms are facing down. Shoulders back, and on the exhale, we're slowly lowering down, but we're keeping the breath moving in and out. Bottom is going back, but the hands are going forwards. So get that sense of these two things moving away from each other. So we're stabilizing ourselves, counterbalancing. Keep breathing in and out the whole time. When you need to catch yourself. Take the hands to behind you and land. Extend the legs out in front of you, bend the knees, or bounce the knees rather, up and down there. Good. Let's take the legs wide now. So we did some wide leg standing, we're going to do some wide legs on the ground as well. But not so wide that you don't want to be catching these inner thighs. It's very delicate here, so as wide as you feel like, okay, that's up my comfort zone. And the toes go towards the ceiling. Don't let them like collapse down. You might need to sit on a cushion here as well, and that's okay. So we're going to start off by just walking the fingers forwards, keeping the back upright. So rather than just kind of slumping, we keep the back upright, the chest is lifted, but we're just walking the hands forward. And then maybe that you get to, okay, I can just about touch the ground in front of me, that's fine. But breathe with it. So wherever you get to, keeping the back nice and straight, shoulders down away from the ears. Just find that edge without pushing or without forcing. You might even get onto your forearms, which is kind of makes you feel more stable there. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just let everything breathe. Try and keep those toes pointing to the ceiling. That's a tricky one. Good, okay. Walk the hands back. Turn your body to face the right leg. I'm just going to walk the hands down the leg. Slowly, keeping the chest aimed towards the big toes. The big toe, rather. All the toes. So chest is pointing towards the toes. You can have the hands on the ground or on the leg, whichever feels better for you, whichever feels more stable. But all the time, rather than bending the back is staying straight. Maybe come away a little bit, breathing in. And breathing out, coming down over that leg again. Wherever you're at is where you're at. Just breathe with it. Walk the hands back up. Come to center. See how that feels. How's the back feel? Then we turn towards the left leg. Chest is towards the toes. Breathe in. And you can walk down your leg or walking down on the ground either side of the leg. Again, breathing in. Lift the chest. Point it towards the toes. Try and keep both the toes of both feet pointing towards the ceiling. So notice where is it that's starting to feel a bit uncomfortable, or feels tight, and breathe into that part of the body. Almost speak to it with that out breath. So breathe in, give it space so it's not kind of like completely freaked out, and then we just breathe out and move softly and slowly, and we just relax into. So rather than kind of tightening up against it, we just open to it, and the breath will speak to that part of the body, loud and clear. Let's walk the hands back up, come to center. Let's bring the legs together. Let's hug the knees and just dropping your face towards those knees and curving the back. So rounding the back, taking the shoulders forward, so we're really expanding between the shoulder blades in a nice easeful way. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth, getting a bit of release from the back of the neck as well. Okay, a bit more hip action. So we let the knees fall away from each other, hold on to either the toes, if you can reach there without hunching forward, or the ankles. But bring the soles of the feet together, whichever which way, and also try and get the heels of the feet as close to the groin as possible. But that's up to you, that's your volume control a little bit as well. So once you have hold of those feet, you're going to lift up the chest. Lift the chest, or you might be holding the ankles. So as if you were sitting up against a wall behind you. So you're taking the shoulders back as if they want to touch the wall, and the whole of the back wants to touch the wall. Even the back of the head might want to touch the wall. So you might slightly lean back as well as lift the chest. So it's really engaging. You'll feel this really in the whole of the back, lengthening. And then you might want to try and see if you can bring those knees down to the sides. So breathing in and breathing out. Use your breath to support you, to help the release, to stay with the discomfort and expand your comfort zone. Now let the knees come up, bring them together. Again, just let the head come down to the knees, open up the back of the neck, relax the back. Breathe into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Come into this little cosmic egg. So we start to straighten the back up, so it's meeting the thighs there. And we hold on to the legs. Open the shoulders, open the chest, and we're just balancing on the sitting bones. Or have, if you're not quite there, you can have the toes just on the ground. It's the tippy toes there. But we're just trying to sit forwards onto our sitting bones rather than leaning back. If you straighten the back, that's what's going to happen. Good. Now straighten the legs out. That's going to feel nice after all of that. Bouncing the knees up and down. Extend the fingers towards the toes, legs together here. And we're slowly laying back. So with this movement, we're just kind of really getting into those abdominals, which they do actually need a lot of attention, the abdominals. Probably daily. A little bit of something for the abdominals. Keep breathing in and out, keep extending towards the toes. Use the strength of the abdominals, because you know that once you're down, you can completely relax and release that tension. It's going to feel good. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. And just enjoy the connection of your body, the whole of the back of your body, in contact with the earth, with the ground. Feel that support and that stability that is in the ground and that you're enjoying in your body. Good. So bend the knees just to release any tension that might be in the back, the lower back particularly. Have a little rock and roll on the lower back here, hugging the knees to the chest, breathing in and out through the nostrils, just bringing ease, a bit of comfort with this rocking. It's a very comforting movement. And then the hands on top of the knees. Let's draw a big circle with the knees. Knees are staying together. We're just drawing a big circle with the knees, but also drawing a circle on the ground with the back. You can draw as big a circle as you feel is good for you, but the inhale, the knees go away from you. The exhale, the knees come right tight in. You might even find as you squeeze the knees in that the base of the spine lifts off the ground. So you're kind of really getting very small, and then flatten the back. Let's take it in the other direction. Again, you can do this without the hands if you want to try that. Keep the legs together to keep that stability. And this is great for really engaging with the front and back of the body and their relationship, the abdominals and the lower back. And the back of the pelvis is like, wow, nice bit of massage there. Good. And then come back to center. Squeeze the knees in. Extend the arms and legs up to the ceiling. Push the heels up to the ceiling so you really get a lovely extension on the backs of the legs. And also lovely release for the legs by inverting the legs. So normally the other way up. So it gets a bit of ease comes into the legs. It gets to a certain point and then you feel like you want to bring the legs down. But when it gets to that point, we're going to instead rotate the wrists and rotate the ankles. just to get the movement coming into that, in those areas. Joints of the body very much need this movement, and by having these limbs elevated rather than having weight on them, it's really good for these. And then we bend the knees into the body, put the feet on the floor close to the buttocks for our bridge. Feet hips width apart and parallel. So as you breathe in, we're going to peel the back off the floor, lift the pelvis. Imagine it's being lifted here by a thread, and we're opening up the front of the body. The knees are going away from you to the wall, the chest is coming towards your chin, you're pushing the back of the arms, and breathing out, rolling down that spine. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in. You can use the arms if you want to as well, by lifting them up as you inhale. And the exhale, the back is rolling down. So again, you need to use your abdominals to get that lovely curve in the back there. So you roll and lay down each little vertebrae one at a time. So stay with this. Keep the chin tucked in tightly to the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. So you can choose. Some of you may prefer to have the arms staying on the ground, because that sometimes is nice because you can push into those arms. As you come up, back of the arms, and then rolling down. Checking the space between the knees stays even. It's a temptation for them to splay out or come together. Instead, you're going to use the strength in your thighs, almost squeezing them together slightly. They don't come together, but you imagine there's maybe a ball between your knees. And we roll down slowly. And let's hug the knees once more. Good. Breathe in through nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Let's place the soles of the feet on the ground, a bit further away from the buttocks. We're going to come into a lying twist. And we'll keep the sides of the feet and the legs together for a change. Extend the arms out to the sides, so you're kind of making one big foot, if you like. It's a good way of describing it. So as you inhale, looking up at the ceiling, and as you breathe out, you let those knees go down to the left and the head goes over to the right. Get more space. And the sides of the feet stay together, so you're getting quite a nice twist there. It's going to come into very much twisting into the lower back there. Use the inhale to lift up the knees to centre, lift the head to centre. And as you breathe out, let the knees go down to the right and the head go over to the left. Breathe out fully. Inhaling, lifting the knees and lifting the head. Exhaling, the knees are coming down to the other way. So whatever you're doing, whatever speed you're going, try and do it as slow as you can. But moving the knees and the head in opposite directions. So whatever way your knees are going, your head's going in the opposite direction. And you can do this with your eyes closed even. And if you close your eyes, you'll be able to really feel into this twist that you're creating in the spine. Try and move as slowly as you can. Try and feel everything happening slowly. What's happening? And try and go right to the end of that out breath. So move right into the end of the out breath. Squeeze everything out. A good way to do that is to draw the belly button back towards, as if it's going to the base or the back of the body. Use the next lovely inhale to lift you up. So one more, or making sure you've done the same amount either side. Come up to centre on the next inhale. And just slide the legs away. Give yourself a full extension, arms above the head. Breathe in. Breathe out through the mouth. Now let the arms just be much more relaxed. So the elbows are bent and the arms are relaxed on the ground. And we're just going to bring ourselves into a semi-supine position. Let the knees just fall together there. So the space between the feet. And we're going to move and breathe just to slow everything down now. Breathing. So back of the neck is nice and long on the ground. Breathe into the chest. And as you breathe out through the nostrils, bring the arms softly up. Let them land on the body there, on the belly or on the hips. Breathing in, the arms come up softly. So these lovely moving, breathing, soft. And breathing out, they come back to the body. You can even do this with your eyes closed. Feel into your inner space, breathing in. We're moving into a more relaxed state, coming into the inner space a bit more.
moving your arms in time with the breath. So there's a slight bit of extension on the inhale. You'll feel maybe the part of the back will lift off the ground as you inhale, opening up the chest. And as you breathe out, you'll feel the back land fully on the ground. How nice and grounded that feels. Really feel the spine in connection with the ground, sinking. Good. Maybe make this the last one here. Full inhale, but very soft. There's no real pushing, forcing, extending beyond a very soft feeling. Let the hands just rest on the belly or the hips. And just stay there for a second. Breathe in. Feel the breath moving. Feel the breath with the hands moving in the belly. Breath coming in. Breath going out. So now you can have a choice here. You can either stay exactly where you are if you feel like, yeah, this is nice and relaxing. If you feel like, oh, my legs just want to stretch out, let them slide away. If you feel like you want to elevate your legs, maybe you have some furniture you want to rest them on or a wall you want to rest them on. If you've been on your feet all day, it's going to feel very nice to do that. You can come into Shavasana fully if you want to. So choose the position that feels good for you, making sure your back feels really comfortable. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. We're coming into our relaxation. But before we do that, we'll do one little last thing. So you stay still where you are, but we're going to chant the mantra Om just once. So just to take a deep breath into our nostrils. On the out breath, we're going to let our sound out and let it vibrate throughout the body. And allow that vibration just to take you into a really committed relaxation. Commit yourself fully to this minute or so on the ground where you just close your eyes, feel your body on the ground, feel soft breath coming in and out through the nostrils. Just allowing the body and the breath to be united and harmonious. Breath coming in, breath going out. Soft, easy breath coming in and out through the nostrils. Breath is taking care of itself. Body is relaxing. With every out breath, the body softens and melts into the ground. Let everything go. If thoughts or memories or lists of things to do pop into your mind, notice that and just let go. Just keep letting go. So we're staying in the center. We're staying in this lovely balanced central place where everything is moving within, harmonious and balanced. So we come to the end of the relaxation, just a moment. But sometimes if you really focus in, that can be very powerful. A little minute or so in relaxation. So we're going to wake the body up and come back to the day and back to the present moment by giving ourselves a full stretch. Stretch the arms, stretch the legs, move the fingers, move the toes. Give it lots of breath. Yeah, breathe deeply. Move your body. Wake it up fully. Move everything. Maybe hug your body now. Maybe hug your knees. Give it a little squeeze. Have a little rock and roll on your back. So find a nice, easy way to come back to the day. You can stay there lying if you want to relax a bit longer, or you can come to seated to close the practice with me. And when you come to seated, just again, find your mind is coming external again by Good way to do that is just to touch the body, the outside edges of the whole body. Just give yourself a little bit of attention, a bit of love, a bit of appreciation. Why not? Yeah. And then we rub the palms together vigorously, create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands, make a little fire. And when you've got a bit of a fire going, let's give that to the heart space. Close your eyes and bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention for the day, this week, this time. A positively framed sentence, carefully chosen words, simple, but definitely with a positive intention that might start with something like I am or I can. And say it to yourself, take it deep into the heart space and give it warmth, energy, and your full attention. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste. Be well, be happy, and whatever comes your way, see if you can, be receptive. I'm going to try that. Equanimity. Yeah, keeping a sense of that center, that quiet, calm, contentedness that is there always for us to access. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with your friends and family and colleagues. Yeah, share and spread the love, and have a great day, whatever you're doing.